Hello and welcome to the trade setup. In this video we are looking at ZenaTech. This was a stock analysis request from one of the followers, and I just wanted to remind you that anyone can make these requests and I will most likely cover them, especially if there is an actionable trade setup to follow. Now, in the case of this chart, we are tracking from the all-time low a wave 1 up, and then this could be a wave 2, possibly complete. And now, we could be looking for a third wave that would be developing to the upside. In this case, unfortunately, we did not hold the ideal levels of support for a wave 2. We fell quite deeply below the 78.6% retracement. So we should be extra mindful that this could still turn into a larger downtrend that could even take us to new all-time lows. Now, I could also use the 88.7% retracement level for support, but that is not really an indication, especially on the logarithmic chart. When the prices usually get to this level and break the 78.6% retracement, they usually don't provide really any indication. The probabilities fall already by too much of a significant amount when falling below the 78.6% retracement for a wave 2. So I really don't think that is too relevant. We can still continue to track continuation to the upside, but I do want to warrant caution in the idea that yes, there is a pretty decent chance that this chart could overall fail and go to new all-time lows, or this structure could fail, not necessarily the chart. We could still recover from a new all-time low area, but I would be looking and expecting resistance in this orange resistance area between the $3.9 up to the $8.3 level. Now, with that said, we can still continue to track direct continuation to the upside, and I am looking to form a 5-wave move in this area that would allow us to look for an additional 1-2 setup, where again the risk-reward ratio would be favorable. Also, the probabilities would be in our favor, and that would be a decent area to actually enter for the long term. But so far we have not yet completed the 5-wave move. We only have a wave 1 up, a wave 2 down, a third wave up, a fourth wave down, and now we would be in the 5th wave to the upside. And not only we have not yet completed the 5-wave move, also it is developing as a leading diagonal overall. And as we can see, we have an ABC pattern in the wave 1, an ABC pattern in the wave 3, and we are now also expecting to develop an ABC pattern within the 5th wave to the upside. We did manage to hold the support for a wave 4, but we did not manage to hold the 50% retracement, which would be a requirement for a wave 4 within an impulse. We did manage only to hold the 61.8% retracement, and from this level we formed to the upside so far an A wave, and then we are looking for a B wave down and then a C wave to complete this overall pattern in 5 waves. Now keep in mind, a break below this wave 4 low would be a complete invalidation of this interpretation and would really be a pretty good indication that we may fall a lot lower and not really manage to form an overall uptrend continuation. Now, we don't even need to have this as the first indication. We can actually use the support zone for a wave B for an earlier indication that this pattern is failing, and then I would be looking at the area between the $5.2 down to the $3.8 level at the 78.6% retracement. Now this wave B could have actually bottomed here, and in that case I would be looking for an ideal extension at the 100% level at around $9.2, and this could be the top of the 5th wave that would be completing this overall wave 1 to the upside. Now keep in mind, the C wave does not need to get there or stop there even. That is an ideal target, and it is also within a level of confluence for an ideal target for this fifth wave, which in this case would be at around, could be at the 61.8% retracement, extension, but that would be maybe a bit weak. And instead I would be looking for the 78.6% extension, also very similar to the 100% extension for the wave C. That is the target for the wave C, this 100% extension, however, assuming that this wave B bottomed here. So there is a chance that this wave B bottomed and that we are within the C wave to the upside, but we have no confirmation of that. We so far could have a wave 1 up and a wave 2 down, and maybe even an additional 1-2 setup in this area. But keep in mind, this is also developing as an ABC pattern, so we are tracking an ending diagonal within this wave C. Again, not an ideal structure to trade necessarily, but nothing really we can do to change that. And within this third wave, we could also say, okay, this could be maybe a wave 1 up and a wave 2 down, and then in this case I would be looking to hold support in the area between the $4.8 down to the $4.5 level. It could actually be even considered that this is instead of a 1-2 setup, just a simple A wave up, and then this is a B wave. Many different ways to actually consider this movement, but not something I would necessarily focus on. Overall, I would even maybe prefer a reset of this wave B. That I would find that ideal, because then if we manage to form an impulse to the upside, so an impulse within this 5-wave move within the wave C, it would actually provide a better opportunity to enter and to have a trade setup. But for now, this is what we have at hand and what we can track, and I would say that yeah, we have this area of support, and as long as it holds, we can look for direct continuation to the upside. And for now, these are the levels. This is the trade setup. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe and let me know what else you want me to cover, and I'll do my best to do that in the days and weeks ahead. And until then, I hope you have a nice day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.